All right. Hey guys, this is Dana here. You go ahead and turn off my audio. Wonderful. Okay. So this is Flora here with Living Process, and good to see you. We have the webinar series, Recreating the Classics. This is day 2 of Villa Luzarches. So let's go ahead and share my screen. Okay. Advanced. Perfect. All right, so we're back with Villa Luzarches, day 2 of Recreating the Classics. Today we're going to be adding in some doors, some windows, and hopefully we can get to the roof. Okay, so let's take a look at what we got here. We got ground floor. Okay, here, let's scoot that down a little bit. We got the ground floor, and we got kind of this image to base our drawing off of, and these images right here. So let's go ahead and get started. We have a plan from last time. And let's go ahead and add some doors and windows. So let's go with window, and let's say uh, these look like possibly like casement windows. So let's open some casement windows. It's probably opening inside. Okay, now let's go to our 3D, and let's go um to our north view. Sorry, our south view. Okay. So let's see here. And when you go into insert, there's this Autodesk family, but for some reason, mine gives me this whole big long error. If you could just like let me know in the comment section how to fix that. Anyway, we can start with this and go from there. So let's show you how to build a window from what we have. Let's Control C that picture, and let's go into this family and say edit family. We're going to be editing basically the one that we have here. And let's go into our elevation, our exterior elevation, and paste that image. So we're going to be modeling in this casement window. Okay. And not perfectly, but just enough to get what we need from it. So let's go ahead and get like an idea of roughly how tall this thing is. All right. Let's say like 7'6". Okay, 7'6". So let's go here where it says our properties, family types, and let's change height to 7'6". Wonderful. Okay, let's move all these dimensions out of the way. Okay. And let's see here. So we got just about 7'6". That's not what we had, 7'6". Yeah. And now let's create another line and find out basically how wide this is. Let's say about 3 feet. 3 feet. Okay, so let's go back into our properties and say width 3 feet. Okay, and this window should already be parametric for you. You should already be able to see like roughly the size of this window. And here it is, equal. Okay. These dimensions are a little bit big, so I'm going to go ahead and change the scale. All right, cool. All right. Now let's go ahead and change it so that we have this like middle mullion. So what we're going to do is we are going to select or put this into shaded so that we can see what we're doing. And let's say another thing, we're going to create a reference plane, and we're going to create it just about somewhere in the middle there. And let's dimension that. And before we dimension that, let's find out what this number is here. Let's make this 2 feet. Oof. All right, so let's make that 2 feet. So let's say, okay, so this is the height here. Let's make that 2 feet. All right, and if we press tab, we'll get to see those mullions, and we'll get to see the frame. And if we press tab again, we can see the glass. And here is the outer frame. So we don't want to mess with the outer frame because we are not going to be changing the outer frame. We're basically just going to be creating this mullion here and changing the shape of the top. So, and also we don't have any center mullions. So let's tab that and see in our visibility graphics, it already has mullion visibility. So we don't need to worry about deleting those. Let's just go ahead and create an extrusion. Okay, and let's create a box starting from this edge here out to the other side. And let's lock the edges to each other, right? And let's make let's bring it up here to that mullion that we were making. Let's make it roughly something like that, right? And now let's go ahead and dimension. Let's go ahead and dimension this line to the center and then the bottom and click equal, and then lock it. Okay. And now when we press OK, now let's go into our 3D view. Okay, and when we select our item and then we orbit, we're going to be able to make it so that it's not floating all over the place. And let's change also this this viewport. Ooh, we want to change the scale of this. It's really big. All right, so let's change this mullion. Let's go to our floor plans and our reference level, and we'll see an idea of where things are in our plan. Here, let's also change the scale here because it's way too big. All right, so let's go back into our 3D. Let's grab that mullion and let's just bring it out to the edge here. So we're going to use the align tool and align it to press tab, that face, right? Perfect. Click and then lock it. Great. And maybe we want to actually bring it out a little bit. So let's unlock it let's just drag it out a little bit and see if we can, yeah, lock it so that it's not absolutely at the edge, because then it's gonna be like interfering with the outside mullion. Actually, you know what? I take that back. Forget it. Align it, align at the edge of this mullion here, and not that mullion. Align. Okay, and lock it. Yeah, it's fine. So we're doing that. Okay. Now let's go back to our exterior view. Let's change that material. Okay, instead of changing the material here, we're going to click this little associate family perimeter. And let's see, exterior trim. Let's say exterior frame material. Wonderful. So it's going to associate that material. And now we want to get that arch level or that arch detail. By the way, let's save as family, and let's save this as window casement quad and arched. Okay, save it somewhere, maybe your desktop, wherever you need to save it. All right. And basically now I'm going to be starting from the inside here. What? Actually, I'm going to start here from the outside. Edit. Ooh, not edit family. That's not what we want. Do you wish to save? No. So let's see. We 3D view. All right. Do we need that one? Edit family. Edit family. We don't need these right now. I hate that, like families within families. Like you don't need that. Just freaking model it in one gosh darn family. We're not too concerned with that right now. And also it looks like we want to take these lines in a bit. Not that. We want to press tab, edit sweep. Wait, that's not what we want. Yeah, actually that was what we want. Okay, edit sweep. And we want to select this and we want to say edit profile, go to our reference level. Okay, and we want to make that thinner because it's way too thick. So actually let's get out of that and then remove constraint. I'm going to move these outer lines in. Okay, forget that. I'm not going to touch that. Exterior view. Okay, we're going to do this again where we edit the sweep. We're not going to worry about the lines that it's associated with. Say edit profile. Okay, we're going to go back into our reference level. And we're going to just like move that in. Okay. Wonderful. Now let's go back to our exterior view. Yeah, that looks a lot nicer, I think. Looks more like our image because our image doesn't have these like bulky. Okay, edit sweep. And we're gonna go here, go back to our profile, our reference level. Okay, and we're going to actually, instead of editing that one, let's go to our 3D, and we're gonna take this sweep, okay, in our exterior view, and we're gonna mirror it to the center line. And then let's select that sweep. We no longer need that. Okay. And so now, okay. Okay, we're gonna select this line here and you where it says 2 1/4, uncheck that, like unlock it. Okay, and we're gonna align this interior part with this line here and then lock it. Okay, and we're also going to take our window. So get your window. Okay, and we're gonna say edit extrusion. Okay, no, we're not gonna edit it like that. We're going to align this edge here with our extrusion, remove constraints. Okay, now lock it. And it pretty much just took the mullion. That's not what we wanted. Let's go back. We're going to align this with not the mullion pattern. Click tab, extrusion, shape handle, tab, extrusion tape handle. Okay, hold on. Okay, press tab until you get the glass. That's what we want. Remove constraints already. Okay, we want to grab the glass finally. Okay, if it won't let you do it, it means that you have some constraints that are not satisfied. Just satisfy those, just satisfy it. Actually, let's try it like this. Let's try it like this. Let's unlock these dimensions here, 2 1/4. Let's unlock those. And then let's grab this line here. I don't know if you can see it. That reference plane, and let's move it to that mullion. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make sure that this is unlocked, this dimension here. Okay, and we're going to click tab and tab until we see that dashed line. You see that dashed line? And we're going to move it to the end. We're moving it to the edge there. Okay. And now, yeah, we need to get our glass back to that mullion side over there. Okay. Okay. And now we're gonna move this center mullion to the center here. Hey, let's do it like this. Let's make a model line from this side to the other. Okay. And now put this into wireframe. I'm gonna move this from the center and find the center of that line. Is that it? The center? Looks like it. There we go. Remove constraints. We don't need that. Okay. Glass. Move that in. All right. And also this mullion. Is this mullion in the center? It looks like it is. Okay. So go ahead and just slide the arrow. Oh, actually, don't slide the arrows. Say edit family. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. Yeah, the problem with having families and families. Just delete those because we're not going to be using them anyway. Okay. This sweep. I don't know how that moved. Anyway, so we're back here at this point. Okay, let's go to our 3D view. I don't know what that is. Let's just make sure that this is looking correct. Okay, yeah, we want to take that mullion in case you don't have it and go to our exterior, grab that mullion and mirror it. Okay, go to our 3D, make sure we got both of our mullions there. Oh, it didn't copy it. So go back to your exterior, and when you do it, when you mirror it, make sure you press copy. Okay, let's go back to our view, 3D view. Okay, and now for the back of this mullion, let's just align it to the back of this. All right. Okay, let's go to exterior. And now we're gonna edit the shape of this. So we're gonna view, 3D view. Yeah, delete that outer frame. Those are families within families are like the stupidest thing ever. Unless you really have to, then sure, but there's no reason to do families within families. Seriously, just don't ever do that. So let's go ahead to our exterior and say edit sweep. And we're gonna say sketch path. And let's create a new reference plane somewhere like around here. You know, make it like, for instance, like 6 inches away from the top, right? Because we're going to be creating that arch. So make it about 6 inches, dimension it, and lock the dimension. Okay, and now we're going to take this this arc, and we're going to go from here to the end, and we're going to click there. Okay, and we're also going to say that we want to connect these lines, delete this one, and we're going to dimension this point to there and say lock that. Okay. And let's say we want to dimension this point also to there, lock it. Okay, let's go with that. Remove constraints. Let's see if this works. So before we keep going on, let's go to our 3D view. And let's go to our family parameters and say we want this to be 8 feet. Okay, so it looks like everything went correctly except for this glass. Let's go to our exterior and let's align it to there. Okay, and now let's go back to our family parameters and say height 6'6", apply. Okay, good. It's moving the way that we want it to. And if we go ahead and take this line that is the toppest line and we just slide it up. Oh, it's moving the whole window, so don't do that. So yeah, if you want to change the height, do it in here. So say like 6'6". Good. Okay, so now we're gonna change this. edit sweep. All right. Okay, we're gonna say sketch path and let's use the pick line tool and pick this line, lock it and join. Perfect. And let's see if that was good. Delete splitting element. We're fine. Okay, and now let's take this one. Okay, we're gonna sketch path and looks like we want to take the outer edge. So let's offset. Let's pick line and let's offset like 2 inches. 2 inches. Okay. No, I think that's good. We're okay. Wait, I think that's already there. It's already doing that. No, we wanted to edit this week. We want to edit this extrusion, edit. Okay. And so we want to use the pick line tool and we're going to pick this line and let's connect them. So let's connect this line to that. Okay. And connect this line. All right. And it looks like we have to offset it. So yeah, now we're going to use the pick line tool. We're going to offset like 1 inch. Perfect. Actually, let's do 0.7 inches. Yeah. Wonderful. Let's join these. Wonderful. Okay, delete dimensions, we're fine. And let's edit the glass. And actually, it's extruding the glass from the bottom, which is unfortunate. They designed this not very well. So let's go ahead and just delete that glass. Did we delete all the glass? No, there's another glass. Delete those. Okay, and we're going to create a new glass extrusion. And we're going to pick the interior mullion here. Actually, go back. Pick the line, lock it, pick the line, lock it, pick line, lock, pick line, lock. We're gonna align those, don't worry. Okay. Change that material to glass. And actually, let's change that to a family parameter and say glass panel material. Okay, and now let's go to our view, our 3D view. Okay. Let's go to our reference level. And let's change this to wireframe. And let's move this glass to be inside those mullions. So like select it into one of those reference planes that are within those mullions. Okay. Good. And now it's like perfectly locked inside that. And let's just delete those swing doors. We don't do families and families in these tutorials. I mean, we will if we really need to, but it's better not to have family within families because you could see how messy and ugly it gets. We can draw all those lines in the project itself. So just in the family, in the single family that we're using. So just do it like that. Don't try to fuss with it in making families in families. Just don't. Okay, looks good, looks great. Let's go ahead to our exterior and change the height. Make sure that this is moving correctly. Let's make that 5. And that looks perfect. It's honestly, it's moving exactly the way that we need it to. Okay, we're gonna edit this sweep sketch path. We're gonna select that line, lock it, join. Perfect. Delete splitting element. Okay, now let's go back into our, let's say 8 feet. Perfect. Everything is moving exactly the way that it should. And now let's edit the opening cut, edit sketch. We're going to go ahead and select that line, that outermost line. Connect the lines, connect. Okay, now let's go back to changing the height to like, let's say 9 feet. Remove constraints. Oh, wait. Here, let's make this wall like really freaking tall. Because you never know. Maybe you want a super tall window. 9 feet. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Everything is great. Now let's go to our 3D and put it under shaded so that we see if everything is working. So everything looks good except for the fact that it's not exactly aligned. So let's delete that window frame and then let's select this one because it looks more correct. At least let's look and see. Yeah, yeah. So let's mirror this one. Let's go ahead and mirror it. And we're going to select it, go to our exterior, and mirror it. Okay, go back to our 3D. Good, it copied it exactly, exactamo. And let's just make sure that everything is aligned. We're good, we're good, perfect. Okay, and now let's say edit extrusion and pick that interior line, lock it. Wonderful. Save. Edit extrusion, align to that inner line, lock it. Perfect. Looks amazing, you guys. I think honestly that looks really great. And now we're going to go back to our exterior. Let's try changing the height again another time. Change that to 7 feet. Oh, 7 feet, 6 inches. Apply. Good. It is working. Wonderful. Now let's go ahead and file save and load that into our project. Okay. Let's add it somewhere here. Okay. And let's see, it's all messed up. Let's go into our family and let's go into shaded. Let's align. Let's make sure that everything is aligned here. So align. That one is already aligned. So align also and lock that. Wonderful. And also let's go into our reference plane and say annotate and say symbolic line. And let's just draw some symbolic lines and say, okay, let's draw it from here to here. And let's rotate that and place it at the end where you just had it. Wonderful. And now let's move it in like so. And let's create or annotate symbolic line. Okay, we're just going to draw ourselves a little fun little annotative door. Okay, create, oh, manage, what? and annotate symbolic line and says window, hidden lines, projection, and make that little arc. Okay. Just like that. And let's mirror that from here. Perfect. And honestly, I think that looks good enough. Let's load in, overwrite. Okay, looks pretty good. Let's go back into our family and let's see. In our ground floor, it looks pretty good, but we want to fix these lines here. So let's go back into our reference level and let's align this bottom line here to that glass, load into project, overwrite. Wonderful. Now let's go back at family and say, annotate symbolic line, and let's go ahead and draw some of these lines here. And yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and draw some of these lines, annotate, symbolic line. It doesn't need to be perfect right now. Like you can obviously make yours look much better. But for now, we're doing it like that. Okay. Yeah. So, and actually, let's group these lines. Actually, don't group them. Just align them. Align all of these lines. Align to that point. Good. Align here. Whatever needs to be aligned, just align it. Like, don't think too much about it. Just do it. Okay. All right, let's load into the project. Right. Okay, good. Edit family and let's annotate symbolic line and annotate there and lock all of these lines. Okay. Annotate symbolic line. Right, and actually change these lines because it says hidden lines. Say mullion cut and change these as well to mullion cut. And this one. And this one. Okay, load in. Perfect. Okay. Edit family. Okay, and so now we're gonna do it again. We're gonna annotate symbolic line. We're gonna go in here and do these. Lock those. Lock that. Oh, and it went again to hidden line. So change that again from hidden line to frame mullion cut. All right, great. And actually, let's mirror this. Okay, and then let's align, 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 align. Okay. Wonderful. Load into project, overwrite. Okay. Edit family. And you see how this one is kind of like doing like that. So let's actually make a masking region. So let's go to annotate and say um, filled region and do like this. Okay, and let's make those frame mullion cut. Okay. Load into project, overwrite. Looks good, except we need to align. Okay, so align the, oop, that's not what we wanted. Okay. Let's go back to our project, overwrite. It's looking better. Okay, let's go back to our edit family and let's see, ground floor. Okay, we want to make, okay, so we want to make that like, yeah, we want to like make those lines. So let's do annotate filled region. Okay, and we're gonna kind of like contour this. Let's contour it like that. And let's align it, align, lock, align, lock, align, lock, and let's align this line and lock it. And now let's flip it to the other side. And let's change these to mullion cut, mullion cut, and align. Right. All right. Load into project. Edit family. Okay, so we need to align it. Load into project, overwrite. Perfect. That's better. And let's align. Let's go to our ground floor and see what. Okay. Mm, just delete. I would say here, let's do this. Let's edit the extrusion and let's delete that one on the end. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna ground floor. Okay. Reference level. Okay. Ah, families are tedious work, guys. Okay. Let's go ahead and mirror this to the other side. Let's try loading into project now. Okay, it's looking a lot better. Yeah, except this one, I don't think we need. Okay. All right. And we got some extra line coming out. I don't know why. Load into project. Okay, well, it's got a little extra line there, but let's not worry too much about that because we're not diving deep into the plan right now. Let's just make sure that we get annotate symbolic line. It's probably because we were using hidden lines. Frame mullion cut. Okay. Yeah, it's like doesn't want to be our friend right now. Don't worry too much about it. Let's go to our south. Our whole point is that we are making not quite perfect plan, but we are just kind of trying to replicate the classic here. So let's see. We went ahead and made this window. Now let's go to our south view. And let's copy this somewhere here so we can kind of take a look and see. And that looks pretty darn good, you guys. That window. Let's just go ahead and edit the type. And where it says glass, let's change that. Let's change that glass appearance. Graphics, let's change the color a little bit to be more of that like dusty teal. Okay, that dusty teal, a little bit lighter, somewhere like that. Okay, apply, apply, okay. Wonderful. Let's change the mullions. We'll change the mullions after. So let's go ahead and copy this over. Copy. All right. Ooh. So we've went ahead and made some windows for Villa Luzarches, and they are sitting on top of level 2. So let's select both of them and change the level to level 2, sill height 0. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and for our next class, we're going to go ahead and edit the walls and make the stacked wall. And I'll show you guys how to do that for our next class. If you guys want the full project, if you guys just want to buy the full villages, just go ahead and send us a message. You could check out our website, and it is on the website. I think we charge like 300 US dollars or like something like that. But let us know if you're interested in buying the product, in buying the full project. And give us a like and subscribe as always, and check us out later on in a few hours. We're gonna have process talks, so I'm excited to see you guys there. And have a great day. See you guys soon. This is Flora One, and